Joining us now, C.Ruth, also Charles,
Yes.
if I may.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start from the beginning. Where are you from?
From Nigeria.
And how does Charles from Nigeria, C.Ruth, find himself here in Atlantic Canada?
I came here for school purposes initially and just fell in love with the East Coast after I graduated.
So you studied?
I came here, went to UPI, studied business degree, graduated in 2013, came back again, did my Holland College diploma, graduated in 2018, and it was right about then I found my love for music again.
So you studied business.
Yes.
Which seems a far cry from music. Is that part of the story that kind of made you understand that really your heart is with music?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I initially came here too for school, my mom had brought me over here, and for the most part, African kids, their parents, when we are transitioning from like high school stage into like a college stage, your parents have a major say in like what you're going to study and all of that. For the most part, that's in my era, my time.
Right.
And so my mom was like, you're going to go into business, you're going to come back and manage because we had like a water company back home. So you're going to come back and manage that. So I was like, cool. And me and my mom are very like connected, very tight. So I just don't like, sure, sounds good, mom. And yeah, so I went into business, and it was after I graduated, after like spending some time in the job market and even working in jobs that like were in my field too. Then I started to write too. Like I would write, and the more I wrote, the more I wrote. Like, and it felt more natural, and it felt like I would leave work. After work, I'd look forward to going back to just relaxing and writing.
So when you say you were writing lyrics, poetry, long form. What were you writing initially?
I was writing, so at the point too when I started writing, at this point I had lost my mom and I had become an orphan. So for the most part, I grew up, so how I grew up in Nigeria was, and again, I was the oldest child of like a military man, and so like there were a few things I had to learn in terms of like grief and going through like depression or whatnot on my own, and it was hard, but I'm very, very thankful for my friends and writing, which is why like when I started writing, and it was coming to me so easily. And every time I wrote, it like sort of like I felt like way better. And then when I found the music and I was like matching the words to the music on YouTube, it was just like I could do this all day. And the joy during experiencing that was just like, it helped me process a lot of things and get to the stage that I am now in terms of like how much love and respect and mysteriously connected to music we all are. I'm just realizing that now too. And so it has helped me a lot. And so with regards to the writing, like when I started writing, it took away a lot of things and it helped me process a lot of things. Yeah.
So that then led you to the world of music.
Yes.
Which is not an obvious transition to go from writing for emotion, writing for feelings, writing for the act of writing.
Yeah.
What happened? How'd you get there?
There's a story behind even to this point. So my auntie, her name's Tamara, she plays bass in our band. So there's a band that's the Umbrella Collective that is an integral part of like what I am right now. So before any of this started, she called for like a meeting of artists to try and put on a show at this location at the Guild, and it was so quick that we weren't able to do it on time, and just we started to realize that in the group, in the room, and then all of a sudden we started to talk about, okay, like, could we do live shows, and like a few conversations, and on different ends of the room, these conversations were happening. And then me and her locked eyes on each end, and then we're like, are you trying to start a band? Are we trying to do it? I was like, yes.
Are we doing this?
And the look was like, yes, we are. And so right there and then we got into practicing, we got into like practice, and that's like 2 years ago now. And like looking back, the journey is very, very beautiful. Beautiful.
So what is the Umbrella Collective, and what are you doing?
So the Umbrella Collective consists of it's a 4-piece band. It's Mark Steele, Tamara Steele, Jonathan Holmes, and Siddhartha Acharya. And so it's they back up 4 musical artists, and basically it's and how that came along too. It's the idea of trying to foster culture, foster community, trying to foster growth, sincere growth, showing who you are without any sort of judgment, especially if you have talent. And right now, with these really talented these artists in the crew, they back up like hip hop artists in a way that presents their cadences very, very clearly. And you can tell too, like, because every time someone watches our band perform, it doesn't matter which artist it is they're performing with, you are almost like, you don't expect it. You go there being like, wow, leaving like, wow. And that's basically what the collective is.
And of course, you are going to be performing for us.
Yes.
Momentarily. Tell us about this performance.
So this song is it's called Molasses 4, and it is the 5th song I ever made with my friend Penny. It's a slower song, and it's basically from the lyrics you hear that I'm starting afresh, I'm starting new, and like I say that in the wording too, and it comes from a place where I was exploring what was happening to me in terms of evolving or using music to heal myself, and even expressing myself to a girl in the song as well. Yeah.
Common theme.
Yes.
Not unusual in music that affection and love comes into the story.
Absolutely.
Also wonderful that you are directing it towards your own self-care, emotional self-care. I love that. That's wonderful. Thank you. Looking very much forward to it, C.Ruth.
Thank you so much.
Good luck in the future.
Thank you so much. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. C.Ruth, I'm rapping on this beat again. I'm chilling with the trees, yeah, I can breathe again. My mind is floating, rolling like an Insta trend. So I be switching and moving, maybe be growing and growing, always be sowing and showing. Charlie's reaping and spreading, finessing, I'm gliding, the fun I'm having is sweeter than honey. I feel like I'm 5 and I'm vibing. I feel like I'm 5 and I'm vibing, yeah. Hello, 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 yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I pause and think just so that I can breathe again. I'm learning how to rap. It's kind of cool to see. I'm really in my zone. The journey is lit. Iniquity is prone. The more you resist. So brother, give in. It is a part of living. The choice you make is free, or better yet, a given. Like Neo or John Wick, his style is retro. Keanu Reeves, what a beast. He's chill like Deco. Ballin', I'm sweating. I feel like black and yellow. The weather is cooler. The leaves are furling below. Curly hair girl, at me hello. You've got me in my feelings, now I feel like Jello. I'm also kinda stiff, girl, I feel like Lego. She's strapping onto me, she be like, Daddy, let's go. Yeah, the metaphor for clinging onto life is an itch. A couple scratches hurt, I know, man, life is a, life is a, oh, life is a, a couple scratches hurt, I know, man, life is a, hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello.
Okay, watch this. C.Ruth, I'm rapping on this beat again. I'm chilling with the trees, yeah, I can breathe again. My mind is floating, rolling like an Insta trend. So I'll be switching and moving, maybe be growing and growing, always be sowing and sowing. Charlie is reaping and spreading, finessing. I'm gliding the fun, I'm having the sweet. I got no money. I feel like I'm 5 and I'm vibing. I feel like I'm 5 and I'm vibing. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I pause and think just so that I can breathe again. I'm learning how to rap. It's kind of cool to see. We are really in the zone. The journey is lit. Iniquity is prone. The more you resist. So, brother, give in. It is a part of living. The choice you make is free, or better yet, a given. Like Neo or John Wick, his style is retro. Keanu Reeves, what a beast, he's chill like Deco. Ballin', I'm sweating, I feel like black and yellow. The weather is cooler, the leaves are falling below. Curly hair girls, at me hello. You've got me in my feelings, now I feel like Jello. Oh, I'm also kinda stiff, girl, I feel like Lego. She's strapping onto me, she be like,
Daddy, let's go.
The metaphor for clinging onto life is an itch. A couple scratches hurt, I know, man, life is a, a couple scratches hurt, I know, man, life is a, a couple scratches hurt, I know, man, life is a, hello, 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 hello.
Joining us now, Wolf Castle, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Very pleased.
Yeah.
Very pleased to be in your presence as you are continuing to bask in the excitement of your ECMA nominations for Indigenous Artist of the Year, Rap Hip Hop Recording of the Year.
Yeah, Rap Hip Hop.
Yeah. So that's a unique blend of genre, right? You know, you're pushing the envelope as far as what is happening creatively with music, because people have a tendency to kind of stick to being traditional within genre.
I suppose you're right. I always like to sort of just represent my truth the best way I can. And that's just what comes out in the music that I make, right? I used to think about that a lot in terms of like how people perceive Indigenous music, because often, there's nothing wrong with being super traditional with it. And I think that is amazing because it keeps those traditions going forward, like from the oral tradition and the culture and things like that. But I had this conversation with my mother a long time ago because I was kind of struggling with that. And she said, like, if your ancestors had drum machine and hip hop and whatever, they would have done the same thing you're doing. And I am from the res, like, and I'm from Papineau First Nation, and that's my experience. So anything I do is from that Indigenous perspective. And once she told me that was very wise of her. I was like, parfait, let's go.
And this is a journey that has taken you several years. You started when you were 11. So you said that you started as Tristan Grant, and now you're Wolf Castle. How do you explain that journey and that progression to somebody who is maybe saying, I want to do what he's doing. I want to be fearless.
I always came from, I come from a family of artists, and they do everything: music, film, art, like visual art, everything like that. And I think I was just growing up in a household that really promoted going for your passion or just expressing yourself. And I think what was more important too was it was just for the love of it. It wasn't for, trying to commodify it or sell it or anything like that. The root of it was love for just expression and art. So I did that all through growing up. And when I was 11, I just started getting interested in music because I was really entranced by the thought of being on stage. Like, I was always kind of a funny kid in school, and I was always just trying to make people laugh. Like, that's where it began. And I just got really interested in like being a DJ. That was my first thing I wanted to do. So I, got all these programs for making music, and I had no clue how to put one note next to the other at all. But I had like this vision. I wanted to be sort of like even like a radio host or a DJ or an MC or something like that. And my family are big into hip hop. And so I was inspired by the fact that they were able to actually have their own careers, my uncle and my mom, in hip hop when I was growing up. And they were from the res just like me. So I thought, okay, it's not that much of a stretch to go there. So, again, despite that, I didn't really have any musical knowledge at all. And I just really wanted to be a performer so bad. And once I found hip hop, it all just clicked for me. So I basically just very slowly over the years started like looping stuff and downloading samples and trying to learn how to write songs and structure them. And I was such a slow learner at it. And I was really shy as a teenager too, like super shy. I don't know why. I just like shut myself away from the world.
I find that incredibly hard to believe.
I didn't want to be in front of people. Like, it's just that teenage awkwardness. Everybody has that, but it hit me really hard. And I used to just like, once I hit the hip hop dream that was in my brain, I used to like sit in my room at night and like lip sync Eminem songs and like imagine me on stage, like being in front of people. And that just like thought sometimes would get me so like ramped up and excited, the thought of actually being on a stage, that I couldn't sleep at night. And that's how bad I wanted it. So I didn't care if I didn't know anything. I didn't care if and I was terrified to do that too. But I knew if I didn't do it, I wouldn't forgive myself. So even though there were a lot of times that I was afraid to do something, the passion and like the will and the want to do it was way stronger than my fear. So that's how I just kind of kept going through it. And I had a lot of really good musical mentors on the family side that helped me learn kind of how to write music and not be perfectionist about it and just put it out. Like, I used to be making music in my grandparents' house in the basement with my uncle, and we would just make songs all night and put them online, whatever, who cares, good, bad, don't matter. And then he gave me a bunch of opportunities to perform, and my mom actually forced me to apply to be nominated for the ECMAs when I was like 18. And I actually managed to get nominated in the Indigenous category. And that was with an album I made in my bedroom with like no experience or anything like that. And it was really overwhelming. But again, always up for the challenge because I just knew I wanted to be a performer. And so I've just kind of been figuring it out slowly over the years. And the more I learn, the more passionate I get, and the more I want to push it. So I don't know. It's just something that keeps me going.
I think from the outside looking in at your story, it's obvious that you have the environment and the support, but then beyond that, you also have a fire that you have decided you're not going to shy away from.
Yeah.
Which is exciting. Like, it's exciting. You make me want to go, oh,
let's go.
What do I need to do that I'm not doing, right? Thank you for that. I love that. I love that fire.
Yeah.
We've had several that we've talked to that have actually made big career changes because they followed the path that they thought that they should do and they didn't pursue music initially. And here you are going, there was never a question, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, no way. There was no other option. And if it wasn't rap, I was going to be a radio person or a broadcaster or a stand-up comedian. I don't even know, but I just like being entertaining. I don't know what I get out of it, but yeah.
To be honest, I feel like any one of those things you're going to end up doing at some point.
Probably.
Right? I feel like your future is wide open, full throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love it. But again, the thing that kept me on music and not radio or stand-up comedy or whatever was writing. I love writing songs. I'm so in love with it. Like, I almost love it more than performing. Like, performing, ask my girlfriend. She's there all the time helping me like stay calm, and I get all like neurotic about it or whatever. God bless her heart. But songwriting, I'm so in love with it, like putting the words together and everything like that. And when I started writing rap songs, it initially was poetry, and I just got really into the rhythm of it. Like actually writing the rhythm of the words and doing it was almost meditative. And when you're an angsty teenager and you want to have this big career or whatever, and you're going through a lot, for me, that was a perfect outlet to like figure out what was going on in here and in here. So
Writing is something that will be with you forever.
yeah.
It is probably your birthright, really.
I'm going to do it till I can't, I don't even know. I would, like, in the future, I can probably write with my like mind or something. They can hook a computer up to me.
There you go. You'll be one of the first
Yeah.
autonomous, I don't know how you
I'm
would
just going to
describe
be a
it.
head in a tank right now.
Will it have Wolf Castle on it?
Yeah, it's going to say Wolf Castle and just, yeah. People will be like,
But
okay.
in some weird kind of new digital language.
Yeah, it's going to be in binary code.
Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. I love it. So you're going to perform a song for us.
Yes.
Tell us about this song.
So this song is called Believe It. It's what I like to say is a trap love ballad. I wrote it when I was living in Halifax, and it's a love song from the perspective of like somebody that is like trying to act like this cool rapper dude and like, you know, oh, I'm just gonna live this wild life. But then all of a sudden you find somebody that you're in love with and you're like, oh, like I can try to run all I want. I wasn't looking for this, but it's so perfect that I can't ignore it. So that's what the song is about.
Sounds like we're talking about you. Can't ignore it.
Yeah.
That could be the subtitle.
Yeah, believe it, can't ignore it.
Wolf Castle, good luck and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately. Thought I was a goner, bad. Thought I couldn't follow track. Juggernaut calling back. Run until I fall intact. Whoa, fresco, payment like a Leo, Scorpio with the Evo, Stitch no Lilo, alien brain, huh? Yeah, lover and a fighter wanna fit into a case. Signing when I come up to the surface like I'm bait. Prone up on myself in a ditch off the lane. Love, hotter than a Hot Wheel track. Harder, you could never beat that. Whiplash spinning in the back. Whoa. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately. You know I call the shots. I ball a lot. Catching feelings wasn't part of the plot. Wasn't part of the plot. Hit the beat now, let's go. Need a neck brace when the beat too dab. GT vibes on cruising D-class. Popping with my head on like I'm looking for a fight. Bouncing at the air park, yeah, I got a life. What's my age again? 2020 vision hopping off the band. Counter-Strike Cupid hopping off the band. Crashing my computer, I go off again. Go, follow your heart. Whoa. Download a piece of it, you couldn't stop. Cooking the feeling like fish in the pot. Wanna run, going, I'm running for style. Love take my ego and tear it apart. You got the man, I'm on the loose. Pokemon trainer, so you gotta choose. If love is a game, I'm willing to lose. If love is a game, I'm willing to lose. Lose it all. I'm willing to choose. What's it gonna be? Hey, you willing to lose? Huh? Follow your heart straight to the truth. Yep. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle, baby. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately. Can't believe it. I wanna tell you, baby. Disbelieving. I just can't handle lately. You know you caught me just before I lost my safety. Yeah, you made me. My whole life ain't simple lately.